From the campus of Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia, this is MU Report.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this final edition of MU Report Spring 2023. I'm Elena Laster.
And I'm Victoria Ware. MU Report is a student-produced newscast of the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Marshall University. You can catch this broadcast anytime on Facebook and on YouTube. First up, headlines.
This week, pro-life protesters have been demonstrating near the Memorial Student Center with graphic displays of aborted fetuses compared with Holocaust and Native American violence. In turn, Marshall students counter-protested with members of the Women's and Gender Center giving out free condoms and other safe-sex items. In lighter news, the university opened up its first commercial composting facility, and it's been in the works for a long time. Finally, a reminder from the MU Report staff to check in on your Blackboard to make sure that grades are in order ahead of finals week and the end of the semester.
And with finals week quickly approaching, students at Marshall, Elena and I included of course, are preparing for upcoming assessments.
As the semester is winding down, students are focusing on the final exams for their classes. On campus, they can be seen studying and working in the Writing Center at Drinko Library. Finals can be a stressful time for students, and depending on the class, some professors may assign a typical exam, while others may assign a final project or essay.
I have one project, it's a portfolio for a math education class, but the rest of them are typical exams.
It's a mix of both. I have about half being papers or projects or even speeches, and half being exams themselves.
Some students say that they prefer having a final project as opposed to an all-encompassing exam because they have more time to showcase what they've learned. They say that a final exam can apply more pressure by having to memorize a substantial amount of material.
I like projects because I know ahead of time that I can work on it and build on it, and it's not going to be all at once. Do I know everything?
While some students prefer having an extended amount of time to create a final project, others say that they prefer being able to show that they've mastered the course material through an exam. They would rather take a test in a limited amount of time as opposed to spending more time creating different components for an entire project.
I prefer exams just because I'm more paper-wise instead of like talking and presentations.
If you need to know what time your final is scheduled, the university has the final exam schedule posted at marshall.edu.
As we reported last week, MU Report has a truly diverse student group this semester, and it includes 2 graduate students from Saudi Arabia. As a result, this newscast can offer what is likely a first for Marshall, a news story in Ahmed Al-Hamadi's native Arabic language with captions in English.
تقدم مكتبة جامعة مارشال الكثير من الخدمات لطلابها. ليست خدمات المكتبة محصورة على إعارة الكتب أو توفير أجواء دراسية هادئة للطلاب. توفر المكتبة قسم خاص لمساعدة الطلاب في البحوث والمصادر.
What we do is we provide research help in regard to finding all sorts of sources, whether they be books, articles, videos.
لا يقتصر الأمر على ذلك فقط، بالإضافة إلى توفير مركز الكتابة، والذي يساعد الطلاب في تحسين قدراتهم على الكتابة وتصحيح الأخطاء الإملائية.
We help students with any step of the writing process, so drafting, organizing, polishing up a finished project, getting it ready to submit.
أيضا تقدم المكتبة قسما خاص لمشاكل الكمبيوتر وتوفير إعارة الأجهزة وصيانتها للطلاب مجانا. تقدم مكتبة جامعة مارشال العديد من الخدمات لمساعدة الطلاب أثناء دراستهم، ولكن هل الجامعات السعودية تقدم نفس الشيء؟ أحمد الحمادي، MUR Report.
And as both our new friends will be returning to Saudi Arabia soon, we'd like to say thanks and we wish you well on your return back home to being instructors.
Up next, MU Report weather, this time from Tavion Kinsey.
I'm Tavion Kinsey with your weekly weather update. Today's highs are 80 degrees with clear skies and sunny weather and a low of 54. For the rest of the week, you can expect nice temperatures ranging from 85 degrees as the high on Thursday and 80 degrees as the high on Friday, with a low of 52 and 54. As we get into the weekend, we could see a little bit of rain on Saturday with a high of 67 and a low of 42. As we finish out the week on Sunday, we could see partly cloudy skies, a little bit of sun with a high of 57 and a low of 42. This was Tavion Kinsey with your weekly weather update.
This is the last broadcast of the term for MU Report, so it's a good time to say thanks to the people who make this show happen. Director Emma Gallis and executive producer Dr. Christopher Swindell, our instructor. Thanks, guys.
Our newscast content is generated by us students in the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications. MU Report is a television lab, and we are glad you're watching. You can always catch this newscast on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at MU Report Media. I'm Victoria Ware.
And I'm Elena Laster.
Have a great day.